with Amy Flurry. She is the veteran fashion editor of magazines you've heard of, and has a book out called Recipe for Press. Pitch your story like the pros and create a buzz. So tell me about this book. When did this come out?
The book was something I have wanted to write for quite a while. I have been a fashion editor for 10 years, actually 10 plus years, writing about emerging designers and really seeing the need for someone who's been on the other side of the desk to tell people how to approach us. Because the truth is that editors are looking for new product, new stories constantly. You don't need a publicist, but you do need to know how to represent yourself and put your material in front of us to get a really good consideration.
So is this just for maybe magazine articles people are pitching, or?
It is not just for magazine articles. I mean, today there's so much opportunity with blogs. There are a whole different set of editors for online publications. So yes, magazines have quite an impact, and that's what I saw over and over, how much it meant for an emerging designer to get press, what that meant for their business. And then, of course, what that means after that happens, you want more. So how do you get more, and why is it important to create relationships with editors?
So for an emerging designer who has limited resources, for example, they're not stuck. They can actually do this themselves. And
absolutely. And I think that what I do, both in the book and when I give workshops, is that I give people confidence. I give them the tools so that they know they're going about it correctly. A lot of it is common sense, but I think that once they know that they are going about it correctly, they have the confidence to do this. And the trick is to do it over and over and over. Persistence will get you press. No is not no forever when you approach an editor. There are certain things that I think we all see. Some people get a lot of press, and you wonder why. Why are they always in these pages? Or wow, they get so much attention. Why is that? It's not always because they have a publicist. Many people can't afford it, or many just want to control that message in-house. They create relationships with editors, and that is what ultimately will get you press, not once, but over and over and over again.
So what would be the steps that they should take if they are an emerging designer, for example, to reach out to editors? What would be those steps?
Well, one, I understand that we often aren't sitting on a huge marketing budget. That is absolutely why I wrote the book, because I simplified this process so to the bones of how can you, with limited resources, get national attention. The steps would be to understand that the press release doesn't look like the press release of old. It looks more like a letter. It is in an email format, and that's how we want to be approached. It's short, it's sweet, and the most powerful thing in that pitch is the photo. We are very much photo-driven. You do need to be someone who is quick to return calls to editors. A lot of people get press simply because they're easy to work with, and when editors call, they know to respond that day. We are on deadlines, and we have editors behind us on deadlines. If we can't reach you, we have to reach someone else.